That's when it clicked. We weren't the only ones uncomfortable. We were both watching our lives get rearranged without permission. And somehow, in that shared irritation, an idea was born. A very stupid idea. "We should stop it," I whispered. He raised an eyebrow. "How?" I thought for a moment, then said the first thing that came to my mind. "We date." Silence. Then Ethan laughed. "You're joking. I'm serious. Think about it. If they think something is happening between us, they'll panic. Nobody wants their children becoming step-siblings who, dated." He stared at me for a long moment. "That is the worst plan I've ever heard." "And yet," I said, leaning back, "you haven't said no." That was true. Because the more we talked, the more it made a strange kind of sense. Our parents were rushing into a marriage neither of us fully understood. Maybe a little chaos would slow them down. So we agreed, just for a little while, just to create confusion, just to stop a wedding that felt too fast to be real. At first it was harmless. We started small, showing up together at family events a little too coordinated, sitting closer than necessary, laughing at things that weren't funny. Then we escalated, holding hands when they weren't looking, sending each other messages during dinner like act natural, even when nothing was happening. It should have felt ridiculous, but it didn't, because somewhere between the acting and the pretending, something shifted. One evening, after a long argument between our parents about guest lists, Ethan walked me out to the gate. "You know this is insane, right?" he said. "I know," I replied. He looked at me differently that time, not like a partner in a plan. Something softer. More unsure. "What if they actually go through with it anyway?" he asked. I hesitated. "Then we keep going." He laughed under his breath. "You're really committed to this fake relationship thing." I should have laughed too, but I didn't, because I realized something I wasn't ready to admit. It didn't feel fake anymore. The way he looked at me when he thought no one was watching, the way he always stood slightly closer than necessary, the way I started noticing his silence more than his words. We were pretending, but the lines were blurring. And then came the turning point. Our parents announced the wedding date, 2 weeks away. That same night, Ethan called me. "We've lost," he said immediately. "No," I replied. "We haven't tried everything yet." There was a pause. Then he said something that made my heart pause too. "What if we stop pretending?" I didn't answer, because I already knew what he meant, and I was scared of how much I wanted to say yes. The next day, we met in person. Not for planning, not for acting. Just us. No audience. No strategy. Just two people sitting on a bench, trying to understand what they had gotten themselves into. "Ethan," I said slowly, "this started as a plan." He nodded. And now, he finished my sentence quietly. "Now it doesn't feel like one." We sat in silence for a while. Then he added, "Maybe we didn't invent this. Maybe we just noticed it too late." That was the moment everything changed, because I realized we weren't dating to stop our parents anymore. We had stopped pretending, and somehow, it had become real. The irony, of course, is that when our parents found out, everything exploded. Confusion, arguments, accusations that we were doing it on purpose, that we were being childish, manipulative. But what none of them understood was simple. We didn't fall in love to stop them. We fell in love while trying, and in the end, the wedding didn't happen. Not because of us, but because, somewhere along the way, they realized their relationship was moving faster than their understanding of it. As for Ethan and me, we stopped pretending long before they stopped planning. And what started as the worst idea I ever had became the one thing I never saw coming.